Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has announced that Israel is set to deport all African migrants, every single one of them, and build another giant border wall to keep millions more out of the country. But wait, I thought diversity was a strength. The plan was revealed following violent clashes in Tel Aviv between different groups of Eritrean asylum seekers. The running battles were fought between supporters and opponents of the Eritrean regime, leaving hundreds injured, including many Israeli police officers.
More than 150 people were injured, including 30 police officers. Israeli police fired tear gas, rubber bullets and stun grenades. Live rounds were also fired in the air.
Netanyahu responded swiftly.
The massive illegal infiltration into Israel from Africa posed a real threat to Israel's future as a Jewish and democratic state. We stopped this threat by building the fence. There remains the problem of those who had already entered before the completion of the fence. These are tens of thousands of illegal infiltrators who entered Israel.
Based Bibi? He'd previously attempted to, quote, relocate many refugees into Western nations over a period of 5 years. Yeah, thanks for that. But when that didn't work, Israel erected a giant fence along its border with Egypt. A measure that, according to Netanyahu, quote, thereby stopped more than 1 million infiltrators from Africa who would have destroyed our country. But wait, they told me it was cultural enrichment. Now Netanyahu says Israel will put up another huge fence along the entire border with Jordan to ensure, quote, that there will be no infiltration from there either. We will protect our borders and we will protect our country. Interesting. Note how he's not just calling for the deportation of those who took part in the riots, but for, quote, the removal of all the other illegal infiltrators, which Israel treats as illegal economic migrants, not refugees. The development has prompted some to ask why vast numbers of African migrants making their way to Europe is treated as an inevitable necessity. Despite the massive problems caused by the constant influx in terms of crime, violence and social dislocation, Eritreans also recently staged similar riots in Germany, Norway and Sweden. And why those who call for strict border controls in the West to protect the integrity of national identity are demonized as right-wing extremists. Yet when a relatively small number of migrants kick off in Israel, they're immediately marked for deportation, a consequence that's vital to protect the national identity of Israel, according to Netanyahu. And criticism of Netanyahu for announcing this seemingly draconian response is minimal at best. But when Europeans call for such measures, they're immediately denounced as dangerous, great replacement, conspiracy theory, white supremacists. When Bibi does it, well, that's just reasonable border policy. Netanyahu wants to ultimately, quote, surround the entire state of Israel with a fence. Why can't we just be more like Israel?